here's a gentleman that knows the history of West Coast early pioneer rap, just like yourself. I'm gonna bring him out and let him introduce himself. Who is this?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Cli-N-Tel.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Cli-N-Tel?
Hey, Cli-N-Tel,
what's
how
up,
you
man?
doing?
Hey, man. I just want to say what's up to my Uncle Jerry. You know what I'm saying? And happy belated birthday to you too, man.
Thanks, man. Cli-N-Tel's another guy that doesn't get credit for. He was there, man. He was there in the middle of everything, and of course he was involved with Alonzo and World Class Wrecking Crew, and he's a great writer. And here's a guy that's gonna, he'll break through as a movie producer and a television producer. He's a young guy. It's just starting for Cli-N-Tel, and he's a good friend of mine. Good friend of mine.
Yep.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, we just had him co-host a West Coast Roundtable with us. Had a bunch of legends and pioneers, and always honored to have him on the show as well as yourself. What's it like talking to him after? I mean, you guys have known each other going back to the early '80s. When did you start? When did you two meet each other?
I don't know, Mark. When we met each other? When, around 85 or 6?
Yeah. It's been about that long, man. Yeah. Yeah, 30 years we've been knowing each other. That's wild when you think about it, because back then it's like hip hop was different. It was different than it is now. It was different. It evolved, in the '90s and just took off into the stratosphere. But back then there were very few people who believed in it, and one of the people who believed in it was Jerry. Jerry took it, he took it a responsibility almost to heart, to say, hey, these are some people that have something special, and I believe in them, and I'm going to risk, anything that I have to help them to follow their dreams. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand about what Jerry was able to do. He got into
Mark, another thing that really pissed me off during the movie was they made it look like I worked at McCullough.
Yeah, that was wild, wasn't it?
I mean, what's that about, man?
Yeah, that was...
Even when I met Eazy, it wasn't inside McCullough. It was out on the street in front of McCullough.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
I mean, I know I haven't worked for anyone since 1970.
Yeah, it's like I was... Yeah, it's like I was telling Scott and them. They made it look like, you were somehow lurking, back in the, behind the, where they press the records, waiting for the next, young black ignorant victim to come along and pounce on them. It's just none of that happened. It was nothing like that. And in fact, like you said, you were already managing several groups, including Dr. Dre, when Eazy came along, and Eazy paid Lonzo some money to meet you. It wasn't the other way around. He wanted to meet you, and that's it's just wild, man. That revisionist history like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and here's two guys that were there telling you how it is. I think I'm rolling with you guys. If it was Vegas odds, it would be 10-1. But we were talking about having the Hughes brothers or somebody make I'd like to say, okay, you made Straight Outta Compton, make Eazy does it, but do it from his perspective through his people that he knew. They didn't even show you. You know what pissed me off, and I'm sure this pissed you guys off because you guys knew him. I'm as a fan pissed off. They didn't even show him as a family man. They didn't show him as a charitable contributor.
Right.
And he was all of that.
Eazy did a lot.
He loved his children.
True.
He was an incredible philanthropist. Actually, I funded Ruthless, and I funded the first tour, because while Eazy, had money, he didn't have that kind of money. And, it was, to send 29 people on an airplane to Nashville and stuff, you got to have connections, and you got to have Platinum American Express cards, and
stuff that you were equipped with, huh?
Yeah. So, but he was when it came to concepts, he was the conceptualizer. Dre, Dre was the musicalizer. He did the tracks for every record that ever came out on Ruthless. I mean, the guy's body of work is phenomenal. And I got to tell you that if I can put together something, I'd love to have Cli-N-Tel involved in the production part of that project.
Man, I'm already there, Jerry. You already know it. I got you.
Okay. Great, man.
Hell yeah.
See,
that'll be dope.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We got another caller here from you guys' neck of the woods, 323. Who is this?
My name is James, and I got a question for Jerry Hiller. Mr. Hiller?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Hiller, I'm writing a book and everything about anti-Semitism, and I think I know how I can end it all over the world. Would you be interested in helping me?
Well, I certainly would be interested in talking to you,
okay.
And I will give you advice. I sort of have, lots of projects that I'm working on now. Plus, I try and help as many. The guys will tell you I try and help as many people as I can. So if you inbox me on Facebook, I'll get back to you. I get back to everybody that Cli-N-Tel will tell you. I write back everybody that writes me.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.